Hey guys, what's up? Basketballer here. This is the second game now for this April 13, 2022 NBA Game Day. This is the second play-in tournament game for Wednesday. This is San Antonio Spurs with the record of 34 and 48, going up against New Orleans Pelicans with the record of 36 and 46. That'll be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9:30 a.m. here in Manila. Again, I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Alright? Again, Spurs versus Pelicans, number 9 versus number 10 in the West. The winner goes up and battle the loser of the number 7 versus number 8. And the loser of this matchup will actually say goodbye to the playoffs. Right, let's check on the standings on these two teams, how they ended up the season and all that, so that we can check on their form. I'm looking at New Orleans Pelicans, man. They ended up as number 9. With their last 10 games, they have won 6. Approaching this game, though, they have lost back to back. For the Spurs, they ended up as number 10 in the West. For their almost the same with New Orleans Pelicans. Last 10 games, they ended up with 6 games, with 6 wins rather. And approaching this game, they are on a 3-game losing streak. Okay, so on this particular games, New Orleans Pelicans would have the advantage in terms of home court. In terms of momentum, though, maybe we could just skip that part because again, both teams have been losing towards the end of the season. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams are coming off their rest day. So let's just go ahead and take on the injury list for both teams. For New Orleans Pelicans, Lewis and Zion Williamson, of course, out. Not sure about Brandon Ingram, though. I think he will be playing, but not sure about this injury list that I have. I still see him right here, but as far as I know, he would be available and he would be playing for New Orleans. So let's check on San Antonio. The San Antonio Spurs, McDermott is actually out, and Lonnie Walker is listed as day-to-day game time decision. So for the Spurs, 1 confirmed out, possibly 2, depending on the status of Walker. And I'm checking on the spread. It is actually -5 for New Orleans, or the home team. Okay. This one's gonna be interesting because this is almost this is almost a toss coin for me. I mean, really, I think a lot of advantages go towards San Antonio Spurs. Number 1 would be their coach. Their coach is a legend. Greg Popovich has been through all those kind of shit in the finals, in the playoffs, or whatever it is. So he knows what to do in these kind of situations. If he needs to actually put in new faces off the bench to be their starters, he would do that. Again, he knows and he knows what to do, and he's freaking intelligent in these kind of situations. Number 2, Spurs. They are well rested, and those players that they have been sitting down towards the end of the game are now available and are now again fresh towards this game. Man, I think they have the advantage because again they just rested for I don't know, maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 games. But you notice that during those games when a lot of their key players have been sat down, they were still performing well. All right. Lastly, pace. I think San Antonio Spurs they have the advantage in terms of controlling the pace or managing the pace of the game. The Spurs would love to run as much as New Orleans, but again, the Spurs they know when to step on the gas and they know when to slow it down. Again, much credit towards our number 1 reason to their coach Greg Popovich. I have a lot of respect to the firepower that New Orleans has, though. I mean, come on. We're talking about Graham. We're talking about C.J. McCollum, man. McCollum can actually score 40 points easily in an ordinary day. Um, Again, this one's going to be tough, but the is it 4.5 or 5.5? I think -5. Okay, there you go. -5. I think that's just too much for San Antonio Spurs, man. Just like the first game that I talked about earlier, I think the Spurs would actually cover that -5, that +5 rather spread. Spurs is the underdog right now. Man, but I'm not even going to be surprised if San Antonio Spurs can actually pull this one off. Deontay Murray, man, he is proving as to why he was actually chosen into the All Star selection, man. And who's this? Zach Collins is actually being efficient whenever they actually sit Pirtle down. He's there, straight up. He's getting those rebounds, getting those putback points. Pirtle, whenever he is in there, his presence actually helps them a lot in their defense and rebounding. So their strength inside the paint, they, they are being consistent because of what their off the bench bigs can provide. So my pick on this one would be San Antonio Spurs +5. Spurs +5. Peace out, pass I love, and God bless.